Hey, happy weekend. Happy Saturday. Welcome to my channel. My name's Kaylee. Thanks for joining me today. I'm here to do a quick rune reading for the weekend. Yeah. You know, something I've noticed, maybe you can relate, maybe not, I don't know, is that my mindset, mood, energy level, all of that stuff, it plays into and influences every other part of my day, and especially my readings. Like, there have definitely been some days where I've gone to record a reading and it was great, and then I realized it was for me. It was my reading. And I don't know, I think I should probably post more of those, because I feel like on one hand they end up coming out and being really personal and it's more my energy than not. But on the other, maybe I'm actually picking up on some more collective energies or what have you. So anyway, because I noticed that, I'm working to really center myself and make sure that I'm not up in my head, or you know, that I haven't cleared the energy before I sit down to do a reading. So with that said, let's see what we got. Okay, so 5 came out. Alright, so the only one that came out upright is Tivas. This is the rune for Tyr. The Measurer, Judge, King. Tyr, that concept, this rune, is all about measured, excuse me, methodical actions, self-sacrifice, hard work, vigilance, faith, justice, loyalty, truth. Very noble concepts like that. Being that this is the only one upright out of 5, 5 in particular being an interesting number that represents ritual and, again, measured actions, methodical, specific actions. And interesting that I actually started this talking about needing to clear my energy and ensuring that I'm in the right headspace in order to do these readings for you. Some of that is ritual. Part of that is ritual. You know, actually, it's all ritual. It can all be ritual. You know, we all have rituals. You get up in the morning, the order that you say, shower, brush your teeth, brush your hair, do whatever, that's your morning ritual, right? Shower and shave. The way that you prepare different dishes, you know, excuse me, my gosh. The way that you prepare different dishes, or encourage the growth on different plants, or get dressed in the morning. Everything you do, you can turn it into a ceremony, a ritual. And I'm really not sure why I went on that rant, except for that there's 5 runes that came out. Anyway, so Tivas is foremost in our minds right now for this weekend, perhaps even for all of Leo season. We want justice. We want truth. We want the ability to listen to our own inner guidance, our guiding star, to follow our lodestar, you could say. And now let's see what these murky runes are. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So murky, we had Othala, Fehu, Yera, and the one that fell off and tried to roll away, it was Elaz or Algaz. Okay. And before I decided to bring out my sketchbook, which I've painted this beautiful tree on, and cast it onto the tree. Okay, so you could view this as Yggdrasil if you wanted. It doesn't have the roots, but it's fine, it's still a tree. So part of my interpretation for these runes will actually be how they fell on the tree. So forefront in our mind, it's these concepts. In the back of our mind, in the peripheral, in the surrounding, in the collective, there's Othala. Right, when it lands upright, this is about our inheritance, right? The estate, the property, the home, the homeland. It can also be an ancestral inheritance, right? Our genetics on a more basic, fundamental level, but also spiritual inheritance. Gifts and curses passed down from your ancestors. But I don't know, really. Personally, I view issues, troubles, things that you need to overcome as welcome challenges necessary to hone my own edge. Anyway, Othala murky. This speaks to totalitarianism, to authoritarianism, to an abandonment of culture, tradition, and the natural order or natural law, a perversion of that, and to no longer be trading with outsiders in a good way or a productive and fruitful way, but rather, well, Othala murky leads to homelessness and poverty, authoritarianism, things like that. And immediately there's this pain in my solar plexus area, which is really the chakra and the area that we store our willpower. So that's a very heavy energy. Fehu. Cattle, money, gold, new beginnings, knowledge. There are 8 forms of capital, not just fiat currency. Being murky, being in the top right-hand side of the tree, I will say that if you don't have money matters on your mind, you probably should. Should be something that you're looking at and planning for. I'm sure that most people, if not everyone that sees this video, will already understand that we are heading into hyperinflation and potentially a market crash. So, Fehu Murky speaks to things not being circulated or spending extremely unwisely, wastefully, not budgeting, not planning. It could also be just a blockage of money in general, or a blockage of any of the other forms of capitalism, of capital rather, not capitalism. Sorry. And with it, it's right beside Yara. Yara is the harvest, the period of a year, specifically the time of year when harvest is. It's about timing. And it's murky, so we're caught in cycles, in cyclical actions, compulsions, habits, really, that are having a negative effect on our finances, planning for our finances, and our general sense of well-being and wealth. It's like right now is a bad time. Like it's, not that it's a bad time. It's like the timing is off or incorrect or just wrong in some way, sour, for starting new ventures. Interesting. And it really, I feel like it's because the homeland is in an uproar. Makes sense, right? I guess. And then algas, or elas. This is elk or sedge grass. Typically, I view this as communication. Being able and willing to embody the divine and energy. To step into and become something higher than yourself. Because it rolled off and fell on the ground. That tells me that there's danger right now. It's one of the messages of the rune, actually. It's sedge grass, which is a very sharp-bladed grass in water. If you try to grasp it, it will literally cut your hand. So it's not something that can be possessed, that can be held onto. You must be it, flow with it, rather. It's almost like there are messages coming. Communication is right there, but either you can't see it, you're trying to grasp onto it too tightly, or for some people, this can be an extremely dangerous energy that, if they're not ready for it, can overcome them, send people into psychosis. Seriously. It's a kind of energy that can be used protectively, defensively, or offensively. So there's a couple of concepts here about the need to protect, the need to reorganize, reorient, remeasure. And you know, actually, that is in line with how many retrogrades we're having right now. There's a ton of planets in retrograde at the moment, and when that is occurring, honestly, to me, that really just signifies the time that we need to go back and reanalyze some things. There's that re word, the R-E, re-look. It's almost like there's some kind of communication coming in, but it's like it's fallen to your feet. As if maybe you've been careless with it. Or careless with it. Or the divine is like, look, it's right in front of you. You don't need to go any further. It's right there. So the way forward this weekend seems to be, to me, that it'll be absolutely imperative to stand in your truth, to stand up for what you think is right. Even if you feel like you're standing alone, you're not. Even if they try to sabotage your finances, your home, your health, with hard work, vigilance, a little bit of self-sacrifice, and a thorough analysis of the facts. You can expect justice. But first you must give reliability, loyalty, faithfulness. It's a reciprocal energy. It's not just a one-way street, right? There's an incredible amount of tension in my entire back. Like, it's nuts. Oh boy. Okay. Good luck this weekend. I think you'll be fine. I think that this weekend you might even find yourself surprised at what comes in front of you, or what falls in front of you that maybe seemed innocent is not the right word, but maybe seemed innocuous. That's not the right word. Maybe seemed insignificant at first, but actually turned into something huge later, or became a massive channel for you later to embody something bigger than yourself, in a figurative or a literal way. Yeah. Continue to analyze the facts. Continue to weigh and measure your options, but also continue to act. Yes, I said this is definitely time for reorganizing, reassessing, and those types of things, but you don't stay stuck in analysis. You continue to move forward by taking actions. So that was your reading for the weekend. We're in reading for the weekend. Have a wonderful weekend, and good luck and Godspeed.